Imagine two countries: Canada, with its vast, expansive landscapes, towering mountains, and charming forests, and Japan, an island nation filled with dense cities, ancient temples, and a rich cultural history. Despite both countries being considered well-developed and advanced, the differences between them can be vast, ranging from the way people live, to their culture, traditions, and how they interact with the world. Let's embark on a journey, comparing life in Canada and Japan from various angles, and explore why these differences matter. 1. The land and space. When you think of Canada, the sheer vastness of the country is the first thing that comes to mind. As the second largest country in the world, Canada spans over 9.9 million square kilometers, offering a remarkable abundance of space. With such an expansive landmass, Canada is home to lush forests, towering mountains, crystal-clear lakes, and an abundance of wildlife. In fact, it has more lakes than any other country in the world. The natural beauty of Canada is not just a source of pride, but a part of daily life for Canadians. In rural and remote areas, it's not uncommon to drive for hours and encounter few, if any, other people. The solitude and peace found in these open spaces are part of the Canadian experience, providing room for reflection and connection with nature. Even in Canada's bustling cities like Toronto, Vancouver, and Montreal, there's a strong emphasis on green spaces. Parks, nature reserves, and open areas are woven into the urban landscape, offering Canadians a unique balance between city life and the outdoors. In contrast, Japan's land area, though impressive in its own right, is much smaller, just over 377,000 square kilometers. While Japan might not have the same vast stretches of open land, it compensates with a remarkable ability to maximize every inch of space. With towering buildings and narrow streets, many Japanese cities, particularly Tokyo, are densely packed. Tokyo is one of the most populous cities in the world, with over 14 million people living within its city limits. The high population density has influenced Japan's culture of efficiency, both in the way people live and move. Homes in Japan are often much smaller compared to those in Canada, with apartments being compact and creatively designed to make the most of limited space. Yet, despite the tight living quarters, Japan's urban planning has managed to integrate nature into the daily life of its citizens. Beautiful parks, temples, and public spaces provide a refreshing contrast to the crowded city streets, offering residents a peaceful escape amid the busy pace of life. The land and space in Canada and Japan may be vastly different, but both countries have found ways to incorporate nature into their environments. Canada's wide-open spaces offer freedom and solitude, while Japan's efficient use of space fosters a unique harmony between urban life and the natural world. 2. The climate. Two extremes. Canada and Japan are both countries defined by their climate, but the weather in each shapes life in distinctly different ways. The climate in both countries offers a range of experiences, from the bitter cold of winter to the warmth of summer, influencing the rhythm of daily life. In Canada, the climate varies dramatically, particularly between the northern and southern regions. Winter can be a long and unforgiving season, especially in the north, where temperatures often dip well below freezing. In cities like Toronto or Montreal, snow is a regular feature of the landscape, and Canadians have become adept at bundling up in thick coats, scarves, and gloves to face the chill. The harsh winter months often require preparation, with snow shovels and ice scrapers becoming essential tools. Despite the cold, Canadians make the most of winter by embracing outdoor activities like ice skating, skiing, and snowshoeing. When summer arrives, typically between 20 and 30 degrees Celsius, it brings a welcome relief, and Canadians take advantage of the warmer months by heading to lakes and parks, enjoying the sunshine and the outdoors. The contrast between the harsh, snowy winters and the mild, pleasant summers means Canadians are adaptable, living through extremes but also finding joy in the changing seasons. In Japan, the climate is more temperate, offering 4 distinct seasons that are celebrated with deep cultural meaning. Winters in Japan are milder than those in Canada, though still cold enough to enjoy hot bowls of ramen or participate in traditional winter festivals. The colder months also bring an opportunity to enjoy the beauty of winter landscapes, often viewed from the warmth of an indoor hot spring or onsen. Summers, however, are hot and humid, with temperatures frequently rising above 30 degrees Celsius. The humidity can be oppressive, but the Japanese have adapted through a variety of cultural practices, including wearing light clothing and taking part in summer festivals, like the Obon Festival, where people celebrate the spirits of their ancestors. Despite the heat, the Japanese also take refuge in air-conditioned spaces and engage in activities that honor the season, like visiting beaches or participating in fireworks festivals. The changing seasons are a source of joy and reflection, with festivals dedicated to celebrating the beauty of cherry blossoms in spring and the vibrant autumn leaves in fall. Nature is deeply woven into the fabric of Japanese life, with the appreciation for each season's unique beauty reflected in cultural traditions. The approach to climate and nature in both countries reflects their distinct lifestyles. In Canada, people have adapted to endure the extreme cold, embracing winter sports and enjoying the contrast of warm summers. In Japan, the changing seasons are a cause for celebration, with each season bringing rituals, festivals, and a deep connection to nature. While both countries experience the extremes of weather, their unique cultural responses to the climate offer insight into how people can live in harmony with the natural world, whether they're braving the snow or honoring the beauty of blooming flowers. 3. The people. Community versus individualism. When you think about how people interact, Canada and Japan offer strikingly different perspectives on community and individuality. Canada is often celebrated for its vast diversity. People from all corners of the world come together to form a vibrant, multicultural society. The Canadian government promotes inclusiveness, valuing people from all cultural backgrounds. Canadians, however, place a strong emphasis on personal freedom and individualism. In daily life, this is reflected in their love for personal space and privacy. Many Canadians live in single-family homes with enough room to ensure a sense of autonomy. Social interactions in Canada are generally friendly but more reserved, especially in public settings. Canadians value politeness, but they also respect boundaries and often prefer to keep their personal lives private. Public spaces are usually approached with a sense of individual comfort, and social norms encourage people to give each other space, allowing for quiet moments in busy places. Japan, in contrast, revolves around a deep sense of respect, harmony, and community. In Japanese culture, the collective well-being often takes precedence over individual desires. This mindset has been shaped by centuries of tradition and is integral to everyday interactions. The Japanese are not as open about their personal lives as Canadians might be, but this is rooted in the value placed on avoiding conflict and maintaining social harmony. While public spaces can be crowded, especially in cities like Tokyo, the Japanese manage to maintain an unspoken sense of personal space through careful etiquette. People live in smaller apartments in close proximity to one another. Yet there is a collective understanding of mutual respect. In social settings, politeness and consideration for others are paramount, and people are generally more reserved when it comes to public displays of emotion or personal information. This communal focus creates a different dynamic from the individualistic approach seen in Canada, where people are encouraged to express themselves freely and assert their independence. 4. Food and dining traditions. Food and dining traditions serve as windows into the soul of a culture, and when it comes to Canada and Japan, the contrast is as rich as it is fascinating. In Canada, the dining experience is a celebration of diversity. With its multicultural population, Canadian cuisine reflects a blend of European, Asian, and Indigenous flavors. Whether it's hearty poutine, sweet maple syrup, or the irresistible butter tarts, Canadian food often carries a sense of comfort and familiarity. Meals in Canada are typically family-centered, with larger portions designed for sharing. Canadians tend to gather around the table in a relaxed atmosphere, where eating is as much about spending time together as it is about savoring the flavors. The food is often filling and satisfying, designed to nourish both the body and the spirit. Imagine enjoying a warm plate of mashed potatoes or a rich bowl of stew during a cold winter evening. There's a sense of warmth in every bite. Japan, however, approaches food as an art form. Japanese cuisine is characterized by its simplicity, freshness, and precision. The focus is on balancing flavors, textures, and colors, creating a harmonious dining experience. Rice, fish, and vegetables take center stage, often served in smaller, artfully arranged portions. Every dish is meticulously presented, reflecting the Japanese reverence for beauty and attention to detail. Dining in Japan is also about rituals, where food etiquette plays a crucial role. For instance, slurping noodles is seen as a sign of appreciation, a gesture that deepens the enjoyment of the meal. In contrast to Canada's casual and hearty approach, Japan's meals are a thoughtful, almost meditative experience, where each bite is savored in perfect balance. 5. Work-life balance. Work-life balance in Canada and Japan is shaped by two very different cultural attitudes toward work and personal life. These differences offer a glimpse into the values and priorities of each society, revealing how the approach to work affects not only professional life, but also personal well-being. In Canada, work-life balance is highly valued, and there's a widespread belief that personal time is just as important as professional success. Most workers are entitled to several weeks of vacation each year, and many Canadian employers encourage their employees to take time off, not just for rest but also for personal growth and family time. In fact, family life and maintaining strong personal relationships are priorities for many Canadians. Whether it's hiking in the vast wilderness, enjoying a day at the beach, or simply relaxing at home, Canadians value their free time and are mindful about how they spend it. The typical workday is from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and weekends and holidays are seen as sacred times for relaxation and recharging. For many Canadians, taking time off is essential to personal well-being, and it's not uncommon for people to disconnect from their work emails and notifications once the workday ends. This emphasis on balance allows Canadians to pursue hobbies, enjoy outdoor activities, and nurture their social lives without the constant pressure of work looming over them. In stark contrast, Japan's work culture has long been defined by intense dedication and long working hours. In the past, during Japan's rapid post-war economic growth, the focus shifted towards achieving success for the company, and workers were expected to go above and beyond, often at the expense of their personal lives. The idea of contributing to the company's success and being loyal to the workplace became deeply ingrained in Japanese society. Many employees often work overtime, sometimes well beyond the traditional 9-to-5 workday, as working long hours is seen as a sign of commitment and hard work. This work culture can be exhausting, and the concept of karoshi, or death from overwork, highlights the extreme pressures placed on workers in Japan. The drive for success, coupled with a strong sense of duty to one's company, can lead to physical and mental exhaustion, negatively impacting health and family relationships. The intense focus on work has led to concerns about burnout, with many workers sacrificing their personal well-being in the pursuit of professional success. Despite the stark contrasts, both countries have started to recognize the need for a better work-life balance. In Japan, there has been increasing awareness about the importance of mental health, with some companies beginning to implement policies to limit overtime and encourage employees to take more time off. The Japanese government has even introduced initiatives aimed at promoting a healthier work-life balance, such as Premium Friday, encouraging workers to leave early on the last Friday of each month. While these initiatives are steps in the right direction, there is still a long way to go before Japan's work culture fully shifts toward a more balanced approach. Canada, on the other hand, continues to lead by example when it comes to work-life balance. The focus on personal well-being and family time is embedded in Canadian culture, and there's a general understanding that a happy, healthy worker is a productive worker. However, even in Canada, the pressure to succeed professionally can sometimes blur the lines between work and personal life, especially in competitive industries. But the overall approach still leans toward valuing life outside of work, which contributes to a healthier, more balanced lifestyle. Both Canada and Japan are working to improve work-life balance, but they are starting from different points. In Canada, the balance is already well established, while in Japan, the shift is still in progress. The challenges and progress made in both countries highlight how work culture reflects societal values and the ongoing evolution of the relationship between work and life. The future in both countries will likely see even more emphasis on mental health and personal well-being, as societies continue to recognize that balance is essential for long-term happiness and success. 6. Transportation. Getting around. Transportation in Canada and Japan is a study in contrast, reflecting the unique characteristics of each country. The way people get around speaks volumes about the geography, culture, and lifestyle of each nation. In Canada, with its vast land mass and sprawling cities, cars are an essential part of daily life. The country's sheer size, spanning almost 10 million square kilometers, means that public transportation is often limited to major urban centers like Toronto, Vancouver, or Montreal. Even in these cities, public transit isn't as extensive or efficient as in Japan. In rural areas, owning a car becomes nearly mandatory, as the distances between towns can be immense, and the services that connect these regions are few and far between. Canadians are accustomed to driving, whether it's a leisurely road trip through scenic landscapes or simply commuting to work. The road network is expansive and well-maintained, and the freedom of having a car is ingrained in the Canadian way of life. For many Canadians, it's not just about getting from one place to another, it's about the journey itself. The ability to explore vast wildernesses or enjoy the open road without restrictions. In Japan, however, public transportation reigns supreme. The country's commitment to efficiency, punctuality, and cleanliness in its transit systems is world-renowned. The Japanese public transportation system is a marvel of organization, designed to accommodate the high population density in urban areas. Trains, buses, and subways form the backbone of daily life, and they are known for their precision. Timetables are followed to the minute, and the trains are often packed, but remarkably clean and well-maintained. Japan's crowning achievement in transportation is the Shinkansen, or bullet train, a high-speed marvel that allows people to travel across the country in just a few hours. The Shinkansen connects major cities like Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka, and Hiroshima, cutting down travel time drastically. It's not just about speed, it's about the experience of traveling in comfort and style, even at such high speeds. The Japanese take pride in their transportation system, and it's not just a matter of convenience, it's a way of life. Public transport in Japan is not only accessible, but a deeply integrated part of the daily routine. The trains arrive on time, the buses are efficient, and there's a respect for order and etiquette that travelers adhere to, whether it's standing in the right queue or keeping the noise to a minimum. It's a system that runs like clockwork, making commuting a much smoother and more predictable experience for the people. In summary, transportation in Canada and Japan showcases the country's contrasting priorities. Canada, with its expansive geography, is built around car culture, where the freedom of movement across vast distances is a treasured part of life. Japan, on the other hand, has built a transportation system that is a shining example of efficiency, making public transit not just an option but a way of life. While Canadians cherish their cars and the open road, the Japanese rely on a fast, precise, and clean public transportation system that keeps the country running like a well-oiled machine. 7. Education. Different approaches to learning. Education in both Canada and Japan is not just about acquiring knowledge, it's a core value, shaping the future of their nations. Yet the approach each country takes to achieve educational excellence could not be more different. In Canada, the education system stands out for its inclusiveness and student-centered approach. From an early age, students are encouraged to think critically, independently, and creatively. Canadian schools promote diversity, celebrating students from various cultural backgrounds, and ensuring every student has the support they need to thrive. This inclusive environment allows students to explore their own interests and passions, fostering a sense of personal development alongside academic achievement. Teachers are seen as guides, helping students develop not only intellectual skills, but also emotional intelligence and personal growth. Whether it's a discussion in the classroom or a hands-on learning experience, creativity is deeply valued. The Canadian system doesn't just push for academic excellence. It's about shaping well-rounded individuals who can think for themselves and contribute to society in diverse ways. This approach has earned Canada a reputation as a global leader in education, known for producing critical thinkers and innovators. Japan, by contrast, operates under a more rigid and competitive system. Here, education is characterized by high expectations and intense pressure. The Japanese education system is built on discipline, respect for authority, and a deep commitment to hard work. Students are expected to excel in their studies, with a particular focus on passing entrance exams for prestigious universities. These exams are seen as the key to success in life, leading many students to attend cram schools, known as Juku, after their regular school hours. These schools provide extra tutoring and practice to help students prepare for the intense exams ahead. The pressure can be overwhelming, with long hours spent studying and a strong emphasis on academic achievement. Success in exams is not just an individual goal, but a reflection of family honor and societal expectations. While this system can lead to academic excellence, it also comes at a cost: stress, burnout, and a lack of balance between academic life and personal well-being. While both countries aim for academic excellence, the methods they use are worlds apart. Canada's focus is on nurturing individual growth, creativity, and critical thinking, while Japan emphasizes discipline, hard work, and conformity. These contrasting educational philosophies reflect the values and societal norms of each country, influencing how students approach learning and how they balance their personal and academic lives. Ultimately, both systems have their merits, shaping young minds in ways that prepare them for different paths to success. 8. The spirit of innovation. Innovation is the heartbeat of both Canada and Japan, two nations that have carved out their own unique identities in the world of technological progress. However, while their paths to innovation may differ, their drive to improve lives and push boundaries is unmistakable. In Canada, innovation thrives in a landscape defined by collaboration. The country has become a powerhouse in fields like artificial intelligence, AI, aerospace, and clean energy. It's home to some of the most prestigious universities and research institutions, like the University of Toronto and the University of British Columbia, where groundbreaking research is regularly conducted. These institutions serve as breeding grounds for new ideas, with a focus on harnessing technology to improve the quality of life. One of Canada's major contributions is its emphasis on sustainable technologies. From electric vehicles to clean energy initiatives, Canada is setting ambitious goals to reduce its carbon footprint and lead the charge in eco-friendly innovation. The country's approach to technological development is often a collective effort, where governments, research institutions, and private industries work together to create solutions that benefit everyone. It's not just about creating cutting-edge technology, but about ensuring that it enhances society in a responsible way. Japan, on the other hand, is synonymous with precision and excellence in the realm of robotics and consumer electronics. The country's technological giants like Sony, Toyota, and Panasonic have not only shaped the global market but have also set new standards for quality and reliability. Japan's innovation extends beyond just products. It's embedded in its very culture. The Japanese have a remarkable ability to blend the old with the new, creating designs and innovations that honor tradition while embracing the future. This is evident in the way Japanese architecture and design seamlessly merge historical influences with modern aesthetics. Japan's relentless pursuit of perfection in both form and function has given birth to some of the most iconic technological advancements in history, from the robotic assistants found in homes and hospitals to the high-performance vehicles that continue to dominate the automotive world. While Canada and Japan have different focuses, Canada pushing forward in AI and sustainability, and Japan leading the charge in robotics and design, the spirit of innovation is alive and well in both nations. Each country, in its own way, demonstrates how technology can be harnessed not only to shape industries but to improve lives, creating a future that is both smarter and more sustainable. Canada and Japan may be worlds apart in terms of their geography, culture, and way of life, but they share one common goal: a desire for harmony and balance. Whether it's through Canada's respect for personal freedom and diversity, or Japan's dedication to order and group cohesion, both countries strive to provide their citizens with a high quality of life. In the end, the big difference between living in Canada and Japan lies in the unique blend of culture, geography, and values that shape each nation. Both have their strengths, their challenges, and their beauty. The decision of where to live depends on what kind of lifestyle you desire, whether it's the wide-open spaces and laid-back approach of Canada, or the efficiency, tradition, and discipline of Japan.